Welcome to another Toon at 10. I'm Adam, that's Pete, and that's Vince. First topic, 5 minutes, starting from now. What do we think of McClaren?
Do you know what? I'm happy with him, even right from the start. I was happy because he's an England manager. Yes, he wasn't that good. People say he failed with England, but England manager, European experience.
People said he failed because he did fail. But
well, yeah, but people say he fails because he failed. But the word from professional footballers and other managers alike is he's one of the best coaches.
Yeah.
And when was the last time a player came to Newcastle and naturally progressed in their career? Yes, we've had young players come and have matured into better players. But when was the last time we had a player to us who really kicked on? Under Pardew, players came to us, had a bright spark, then got worse.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm looking forward to, the fact that he's a coach. And hopefully we're going to start seeing players like Aaron's come on. I want to see Sakta start coming on. See players actually start progressing.
Yeah. I think for me, I've kind of got an issue with McClaren, but I'm going to try to ignore that. My issue.
This isn't a place for ignoring.
No. But the point is it's what McClaren represents, and he felt like this was a real opportunity for the management and for the club to go, actually, yeah, we're going to do things differently. We'll maybe get a young coach in, someone with new ideas, someone who could actually draw players in. It's fair enough now, we've got one signing in, possibly as we'll follow, but, asked me this question last week, and I just think we're in danger of being the least attractive proposition out there for a footballer. And
because of him?
No, not because of him, but because of the choice of employing him, as opposed to the likes of, say, we're linked with Vieira. Yeah, I know he hasn't got any experience, but what that would have represented in terms of a shift of attitude. And I
think for me, I was underwhelmed as the announcement of his appointment. Again, I felt it was more. It was a very safe option, which actually, in the long run, might work out. I hope so. I'd like to be wrong on that.
Yeah, of course.
But for me, like I say, it was a missed opportunity to go with someone progressive. I mean, who I wanted Remy Gard.
Yeah.
More because of his. I'm about to tell you. He's won things in France. Gives a chance. He's won things in France, and he did a lot of work with the Lyon Youth Academy. Now, for me, right now, Newcastle have never had a better crop of young players since. I mean, you talk about Bobby Robson's team with your likes of Dyer and Genius and
Bramble.
Yeah, this is it. But we've never had actually coming up through our academy so many good youngsters. For me, I mean, I don't know.
But that's why I think McClaren's a good choice.
Which is why I hope,
yeah,
if he can nurture those players as I thought Remy Gard might be able to. Then I'll be. I mean, from a PR stance, I think McClaren has said all the right things so far. But I will judge him on results.
Yeah,
I don't care what he's saying.
Unproven play. You want a manager to come in who nobody knows how he's going to do it all. Look at that place like Jacques Santini.
Okay, well, here's the thing though. Here's McClaren. He rejected us 3 times and he got relegated from a championship club, and then
he's just been sacked twice by 2 championship clubs in a row.
I think I'm supposed to be excited about that appointment. I'm definitely not excited.
I felt
Pardew came from Southampton.
Exactly. I was underwhelmed because I was thinking, what has McClaren done to deserve the Newcastle job, having just been sacked from 2 championships clubs?
Keegan had spent 4 or 5 years on the golf course, then came to us. I didn't
agree with that either.
Oh, well, there we go. That's what we turns out like that, eh?
I really didn't agree with that. In 2008, definitely not. No.
He self-professed didn't get in. He said he hadn't even been following football for years yet.
No, but they were talking about the first time round he'd been out. When he came to us in...
No, when he came to us the first time round, he had no experience.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Well, this is it. Remy Gard would have had it. Remy Gard, Patrick Vieira, it's that same, it's just that drive, it's a name, it's a player with reputation.
He had a pull.
So what have you seen so far from McClaren that's backing up your views that he wasn't the right person?
No, I was talking about my initial... I think PR-wise, he said all the right things, and I like the sense that we might play possession-based football, but... I'm gonna reserve judgment until I see him actually results, because we could say he's sort of protected from any actual criticism because we haven't played competitive football matches yet.
I just think that he gets stick for his history. He won the title with 20. That'd be like winning the title with a Southampton or a Tottenham in this country. He went to Wolves, but fair enough, didn't work out as well for him. But what he did there, and he's well respected. You talked about Will Laden.
Stop. Half time. All right, it's time for the second half. Bit of a feisty first half there. A couple of early yellow cards there, but we'll try and remain disciplined for the second half. And this second half topic is: where do you think Newcastle will finish in the Premier League this season? Timer away.
I think we'll narrowly avoid relegation.
Come on! Optimistic view.
I think the players we'll get in are all from other countries. They're not used to the Premiership. They won't gel. McClaren will be sacked by February, and we'll just about get to the finish line.
Wow. Well, I don't agree with you. I think we'll probably be hovering around 12th, 11th, 10th place. I think, obviously, as we speak, we still are quite far away from the squad that we need to breach the top 10. McClaren and Ashley themselves have talked about top 8. They've talked about cup progression. But for me, we're not there yet. We're excited at,
It's a good thing to say. It's a good thing to say. I'd love it. I'd love to be proved wrong, but I'm basically the start of last season. I was pretty positive. I thought the signings were good. I thought De Jong. Look, obviously De Jong had a nightmare. He was injured, so it's unfair. But I was thinking him, Kabir, Perez. As much as he came with a bit of a reputation, apparently.
Well, Riviere as well. People thought Riviere.
But Riviere as well. So actually, I genuinely started of and I think people seem to forget.
I've got to agree
I think
with you.
we actually did the start of last season. I thought we've done a good summer there. I was excited.
Yeah, compared to what
And
I've
then-
been.
So I would love it if I'm wrong, and yeah, maybe I will be. But
do you think we'll reach top 10?
I honestly do. I think the teams who we're competing with, who we would be competing for sort of 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th,
yeah,
aren't pushing on. I think Everton's squad's a little bit aging, and I think Martinez is going to get found out. Everton, I mean, yes, I know had the issue we had with competing in the Europa League as well, but I think Everton will drop. I think Southampton can't go 2 seasons with losing all the best players and continue to progress. I think Tottenham, I'm not sure.
I don't think we're in the same bracket as Tottenham.
No.
I honestly see
It's the lure of London, as we found out with Kabay, isn't it?
And I don't see Swansea doing as well.
Swansea
have finished 8th or 9th.
Swansea have done their business quick and quite decisive business early doors.
The reality is, take away top 6 or 7. I don't think the Premier League is full of great teams by any stretch. I think there's a lot of mediocre teams. I think there's a lot of average players.
There's an opportunity.
And there's a massive opportunity easily to leapfrog all of that. But the problem, the issue, therefore, though, is we can also be at the bottom of that group quite easy as well.
It's such a fine line. The thing is, we have one of the biggest infrastructures in terms of club size in the infrastructure of our club. We are one of the biggest.
We've got the third biggest ground, haven't we?
It's a bit lower now. I think it's about 4th. It will be 5th when Tottenham's new stadium comes in. But I think we should be around 8. We should be for that infrastructure that we have, because there's teams like Stoke, like Crystal Palace, like Swansea who have smaller clubs traditionally, less European experience, etc., however you want to validate it. We should be ahead of them, but we're not there yet, and it's because there's a lot of deadwood in the squad. If we can shift out a bit of deadwood and bring in some actual quality players of the quality of Wijnaldum, for example, let's dream.
There's a level of team spirit, then great as well. That's why these teams have pushed on, because when the games
it's bigger than the sum of the parts, the way they're performing. Absolutely.
So what will it take us to get there? If you're saying you don't think we'll get to 8th, like I think we will, and what do you guys think it'll take to push into that top
squad depth,
top 8?
and
so
quality?
Who then?
Goal scorers, and we had the second worst defence in the league last season. So we need at least one new centre back, if not more. And we need a left back. We've got Hadara. Dummer isn't a left back. So if we need someone of Janmaat's quality on the left hand side for balance.
Yeah.
So, and if we get a sort of harmonious back four, that's a platform to build upon. It's kind of what we did when we finished 5th. we did really well with conceding goals. We did.
And who thought we finished 5th that season?
Nobody. We
Absolutely,
overachieved.
yeah.
We overachieved.
And I do think this. I think we'll finish top 10.
I don't think there's any hard and fast rule, because that season we finished 5th. I started the season.
Nobody has a right.
Nobody
has a
We
right.
were going to really struggle actually, and then we finished 5th. And then I was all positive, and then we nearly got relegated. Start of last season, I was really positive. I actually thought we'd lose, and then we did terrible.
Oh well, you were negative this season, so there we go. Hey, top 6.
I'm taking off the team.
Yeah. A lucky mascot.
Yeah.
But that's it. I mean, like you say, it's nobody has a right to be in the top 10. Nobody has a right to be in the top 10. That's been the Toon in 10. That's Pete. That's Vince. I'm Adam. If you like it, share with your mates, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah,
Cheers.
I think that was a lot more passionate. That was.
Yeah, it was good.